The following video will demonstrate the testing of the pH and ORP for the following water ionizer machines: the Ionways Athena, the Jupiter Orion, the Aquarius Rejuvenator, also known as the Gold Fox, the Life Ionizer 7500, the Tyant. pH is measured on a logarithmic scale from 1 to 14 used to describe the acidity or alkalinity in a water sample. pH stands for potential hydrogen. If your body is too acidic, then you do not have enough oxygen available for your body cells to stay healthy. This acidic condition can be caused by stress, acidic foods, bottled water, the environment, and other factors. When our body is alkaline and getting enough minerals from our diet to stay alkaline, our blood can function normally, delivering oxygen to the cells throughout our body and carrying away acidic waste to be disposed. The following tests will display the pH levels found in the water samples in different water ionizer manufacturers. ORP is an acronym for Oxidation Reduction Potential. In terms of ionized water, ORP measures the antioxidant level found in a water sample. Ionized water should only yield a negative ORP level, meaning it eliminates the free radical that causes oxidation. Oxidation is measured on the positive end of the scale, and an example of oxidation would be an apple turning brown once it's cut open. To promote health, it is recommended for a person to consume antioxidants. So the higher the antioxidant level, a negative number, found in the water, the better the water is for your health. The test will begin with a test of the Ionways Athena. First, we will test the pH level of the water sample from the Athena. The pH level for the water sample for the Athena reads 10.69. Now we will test the ORP level of the water sample from the Athena. The ORP level for the water sample for the Athena reads negative 141. Now we will test the Jupiter Orion. First, we will test the pH level of the water sample from the Orion.
Label facing forward.
The pH level for the water sample for the Orion reads 9.88. Now we will test the ORP level of the water sample from the Orion. The ORP level for the water sample for the Orion reads negative 160. Now we will test the Aquarius Rejuvenator. First, we will test the pH level of the water sample from the Rejuvenator. The pH level for the water sample for the Rejuvenator reads 8.95. The ORP level for the water sample for the Rejuvenator reads 38. Now we will test the Tiant. First, we will test the pH level of the water sample for the Tiant. The pH level for the water sample for the Tiant reads 10.33. Now we will test the water ORP level of the water sample from the Tiant. The ORP level for the water sample for the Tiant reads -208. Now we will test the Life Ionizer 7500. First, we will test the pH level of the water sample from the Life Ionizer 7500. The pH level for the water sample for the Life Ionizer 7500 reads 11.19. Now we will test the ORP level of the water sample from the Life Ionizer 7500. The ORP level for the water sample for the Life Ionizer 7500 reads -855. To recap the pH testing results, the Ionways Athena reached a level of 10.69. The Jupiter Orion reached 9.88. The Aquarius Rejuvenator reached 8.95. The Tiant reached 10.33. And the Life Ionizer 7500 reached 11.19. The top two machines were the Athena and the Life Ionizer 7500. It is important to understand that with a pH scale, which is similar to a seismic scale, when you begin to enter the top end of the scale, the margins between the points yield a much higher impact. For example, the Athena produced a pH level of 10.69. The Life Ionizer 7500 produced a level of 11.19. The difference between the results are about 5 basis points, but the Life Ionizer 7500 level of 11.19 is actually 500% stronger than the level of the 10.69 produced by the Athena. To recap the ORP testing results, the Ionways Athena reached a level of -141. The Jupiter Orion reached -160. The Aquarius Rejuvenator reached 38. The Tiant reached -208. And the Life Ionizer 7500 reached -855. The higher the ORP, or antioxidant level, the better results you will achieve. Remember that your pH and ORP levels are dependent upon your water source. This concludes the testing of the pH and ORP levels of the Ionways Athena, the Jupiter Orion, the Aquarius Rejuvenator, the Life Ionizer 7500, and the Tiant.